Hi there, it's Martin again. How you doing today? Man, it is wild today. It's Tuesday, September the 10th, 2013, and last night I was on just an off the hook webinar. Vic Streethouse was crazy on it. There's over 1,000 of us, and he was breaking down his 10K challenge program, and man, that is just off the chain crazy. If you can't change your life with that, then there's no way. What you do, what he tells you to do in this program, will change your life. I've gone through the first 10 days of it, and believe me, it is about day 6 or day 7 you start noticing stuff going on in your mind. You start seeing things differently. And somebody will say something, and bam, a part of your brain will say, wow, why did they say it that way? And you start to see how the way you think and the way you speak affects your whole life. It affects the direction that you go and the results that you get from the actions that you take. And once you get that, once you've stepped to that point where you start seeing it, you start having more choices. You finally get to the point where you can make a good choice. If you've never known before what is a good choice and what isn't a good choice, how can you make one? You just can't. It's you're stuck in that kind of negative cycle just over and over again. And I'm not even talking about negative as being mean and hurtful to someone. I'm talking about negative that we bring on ourselves. Just crazy little things that we say, like, "Oh man, I never have any of this," or "This never happened to me." We say that without even thinking, and that reinforces that in our brain. We hear ourselves say it, and it gets harder and harder to combat that. And the only way you do that is you change the way you think. And this will do it. The first 10 days of this program, it will absolutely change the way you think. You'll get to the point where you'll go to sleep and your dreams will be different. Last night, I got stuck between asleep and dreaming, and my brain just all of a sudden took off, and it was crazy. It was just ideas coming out of nowhere that I had no idea were in there. And I woke up this morning and just wow. I'm pumped. This is the best thing since sliced bread. Believe me. Um, you know, get into it. It's the program is 30 days to 10K. And so I'll tell you just a little bit before I talk any more about it. It is talking about making money. Now, I'm not talking about making money, but the program does. So there is the standard usual disclaimer that no one can promise you any kind of dollar amount. And everything that you do is based on your actions. So you have to be the one to take the steps. You have to be the one to take the actions, and no one is sitting here guaranteeing you any results that you don't go out and get for yourself. Now, having said that, I don't even want to talk about money because this is so much more than money. This is a change to the foundation of your entire life. If I didn't make a penny from what I learned, I still got all of my money's worth for the first 10 days. There is um, no way I would give that up for anything. It's just the mind that you have is so much more powerful than you know, than I know, than anybody knows. And once we learn how to turn it loose, pull a leash off of it and let it go, and we point it in the right direction, there's nothing that we can't do. It's just absolutely amazing. One of the reading things that you should be reading is this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. See, I'm towards the end of it again. It's the hardest, longest book I've ever had to read, and it's crazy because the title should just be Think and Grow. Like I said, I'm not even talking about money. I mean, if you want money, well, it's in the book. Um, But it's so much more than that. It is how to change the way you think inside your head and use that to help yourself grow in any part of your life that you want to grow. Anything in your life you want to change, anything, doesn't matter what it is, anything that you want to change, that can tell you how to do it. It is a one size fits all, if you want to call it that. I don't often believe in a one size fits all, but this, you work on the most important thing you have, the most important space in your life is that 6 to 8 inches in between your ears, that brain, your mind, how you think determines everything in your life. And I'm not even talking about the secret stuff and laws of attraction. Hey, and don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against that. But personally, it's what you do that brings you the results. You cannot sit still in a chair in the middle of the room thinking happy, warm, fuzzy thoughts, and all of a sudden somebody's going to come park a Ferrari in your front yard. They're not going to drop off and hand you the keys to a brand new BMW if you're just sitting in the lazy boy chair thinking happy, fuzzy, warm thoughts. You've got to apply some action. You've got to take some steps. You've got to change the way you think. But the next step is you've got to let those thoughts change the actions that you take. Once you get those two down, change your thoughts, change your actions, your results will be whatever you want them to be. You hear me? Whatever you want them to be. Think and grow. Think and do whatever you want. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter when you're hearing this. Right now, you can decide to change that fast. That's all it takes. It's a decision. Everything else is just implementing that decision. The decision is where it is. Whatever it is you want to quit doing, whatever it is you want to start doing, whatever it is you want to do different, whatever it is you don't ever want to see again, decide, change. It's that fast. There's no excuse. There's no try. Trying is just failure with honor. It's just setting yourself up for already saying, well, I tried and I just did. No, there's no try. There's change. There's do. There's now. There's not, well, tomorrow I'll get around to it. You decide right now. How long does it take you to decide something? You 1 minute this and the next second that. It's that fast. That's all it takes is change your decisions. And that's an instant. That's light speed. Why do we think it's so hard? Why do we tell ourselves it's so hard? Why do we spend so many hours convincing ourselves that, well, change is difficult. You've got to do all of this, do all of that. You've got to have willpower. No. All you need to do is know a few things about how your mind works. And you start putting in good things into your mind. You spend 30 minutes a day reading. Hey, just read this book 10, 11, 12 times. I'm telling you, I can spend a half hour reading one page on that book because I read a paragraph and it just gets my brain thinking, and there's so many things going on inside my head that I can't go to the next paragraph until I've kind of worked out that one. Normally, a book this size would take me a day to read, and I've been going through this one, I don't even know how long, months and months, because it's just, you read, sometimes it's a sentence. And it just gets your brain going. And that is just putting so much stuff in your head that you can see, that you can feel it inside your brain. And you can see the way it changes your outlook. This will change your life. What do you want? How do you want to get it? What do you have to do? What do you need? Doesn't matter. Money? Sure. I mean, there's lots of money out there. Money's not even money anymore. What this? Do you think this is money? No, this is just a piece of paper. This over here, what's this? Do you think this is money? No, this is just a little piece of metal. It's just a chunk of mostly worthless metal. This is a few pennies worth of paper and ink. It's not money. Money these days are ones and zeros and computers. I mean, really, how hard is it to type ones and zeros in a computer? It ain't difficult at all. I can fill a screen full of them if I want. Do you need to change yourself? Hey, do you want to quit smoking? Well, no problem. You change your mind, and you can change whatever you want. Stop telling yourself you can't. That's the first thing. Just stop telling yourself you can't. Just start saying, well, yeah, I can. And then the next thing you do is, well, I will. And then the next thing is, I did it. It's that kind of steps. Open up your mind. Learn how your mind communicates. Learn how your mind affects your body in the actions that you take. Really, if you want to absolutely change your life, there's a link right below. Click the link and join me. And I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's a 30-day plan. It is set out for you every day. You do one step. It's easy. You don't have to worry about tomorrow until tomorrow. All you have to do is do today. And you do that today, and the first 10 days is all about getting a grip on your mind. It's all about changing the most important thing in your life. Everything else is gravy. It's all easy. You get this one thing, and you're there. And you can do anything. You are the most powerful creature on this planet. Humans, we all are amazing. The only limits that we have are the limits we put on ourselves. And all we need to do is learn how to take those limits off. And all those limits are all in here. We can figure out ways to overcome anything external. I mean, we're good at that. It's this one that holds us back. Take the time. 10 days. I mean, go through the first 10 days. Don't even do the rest of it. The next 10 days, pick up this book. Just this book. I got mine used for a couple of bucks. You can find them online. You can go to YouTube. And Napoleon Hill, they've got his videos. It's free. Spend a half hour a day reading that book, listening to it on an audio, watching it on YouTube. Just a half hour a day. Just start putting that stuff into your head. 10 days. You do that, and 10 days, you will see a change. You will begin thinking differently. If you do that for 28 days straight, that's how long it takes to form a new habit. And you will have a new habit of feeding your brain, of strengthening your mind, of turning yourself loose. Man, there's just no words for it. Why aren't you? I mean, I had no reason except I just didn't know. What is it they say? You don't make $30,000 a year because you want to make $30,000 a year. You make $30,000 a year because you don't know how to make 40. You don't stop at the second level because that's where you want to be. You stop there because you don't know how to go to the third. You don't live miserable because that's what you want. You live miserable because you just don't know how to not live miserable. Well, this is all how to change. How to target what you want. How to pick your desire. How to follow your dream. We all have dreams. And we've been told the lie as we get older and older that, well, you can't chase your dreams. It's never too late. What is it Dr. Wayne Dyer said? It's never too late to have a happy childhood. Never too late. Click the link. You go there, hook up, get in touch with me. If you get to the site and you just want to talk to me, down at the bottom there's a contact button. You click that contact button, you can send me an email. You can leave a comment in this video. Whatever it takes. I'm telling you, you do this 10 days and you will change your mind. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you change your mind and your life will change. There's just it's impossible not to. It is a law of the universe. Action, reaction. Cause, effect. Action, consequence. Whatever you want to call it. You take that action in your mind and you change that, and that will filter through and change your body's actions, and your body's actions will change the results you get, and that will change your life. You got no excuse now. I dare you. Give it a shot. Click the button. I'll talk to you later.